Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alright, today we discuss on tutorial adjusting accrual and prepayment part 1. But before we want to discuss, I really hope you have covered my lecture on this topic, accrual and prepayment. Alright, before we start our class, our tutorial discussion, we start with kitab Al-Fatihah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi alamin, ar-Rahmanir Rahim, Maliki yaumiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim, siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim, ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Alright, class. Today I will discuss on accrual and prepayment. October 2008 question 3. Alright, class. Before I want to discuss, I want to recall you. Alright, my previous lecture on this topic. Alright. First of all, I want to recommend you a format that make you easy to answer this question. Alright. This is the format on the right side. Okay, expenses account and revenue account. Alright, class. First, you need to know that when you want to construct an expenses and revenue account, alright, you need to make sure that you got 4 items in your account. First is your BD, bank and cash, transfer to TPL, and your CD. Alright, based on this format, class, on the right side, expenses account, you must start the account with your BD. However, if you can see this format, you can record BD either in debit side or credit side. Alright, BD actually start at the beginning of your accounting period. First, you need to identify your accounting period, then you can know. Alright, so what is your BD? Alright, but okay, if the question will give you the information. Alright, at the beginning of your accounting period, is it your expenses is prepaid or accrued expenses? In the case of prepaid expenses, you need to record your PD at the debit side. However, in the case of accrued expenses, you need to record it at the credit side of your expenses account. So that is your first item. Second, if any payment be made at the accounting period, alright, follow, okay? Just now is your beginning of the accounting period. So now, any payment we make by check or cash, alright, at the particular accounting period, remember, bank and cash for expenses account, always you must record it in the debit side of your expenses account. Alright, debit side means your left side of your expenses account. That is the second term that you know. Third, transfer to TPL. Alright, transfer to TPL, class, remember, this term always must record at credit side for your expenses account. So, just now you can see, BD is depend on situation, either debit or credit. Alright, bank and cash, always in debit side. Transfer to TPL is always in the credit side. Alright, class, last item that you need to record is your CD at the end of the accounting period. Alright, it's the same like BD. It depends on the situation and information and your calculation. CD can be recorded either debit side or credit side. Alright, if the situation of debit side, so we call it as accrued expenses. If you record it at the credit side, we call it as prepaid expenses. So that is on expenses account. It's the same like revenue, class. You must remember, if you want to construct open a revenue account, you need to record these 4 items: BD, bank and cash, TPL, alright, also known as income statement, and your CD. Alright, class. In revenue account, you must start with your BD. It's the same situation. It depends on the scenario. at the beginning of the accounting period, is it accrued revenue or prepaid revenue? If accrued revenue at the beginning of accounting period, means that your BD need to record a debit side, and prepaid revenue is on your credit side. Alright, as you can see, it's different like expenses, correct? Alright, next, in terms of if you receive check or cash at the accounting period, along the accounting period, means that you need to record the bank or cash in your credit side. So it's different with your expenses. Expenses you record at debit side, however revenue we record at the credit side. Alright, class. Next term is TPL, trading profit and loss, also known as your transfer to income statement. Always record at the debit side of your account. Alright, class, if you can see the color, the black color means that it's compulsory to record at the particular side. Meaning, okay, for revenue, TPL always in debit side, bank and cash always in credit side. However, for the last term, CD, blue and red, correct? Means that your carried down CD is depend on your calculation, information in the question. Is it prepaid revenue or accrued revenue? Alright, so if prepaid revenue, you must record your CD in the left side. If accrued revenue, you must record it at the right side. We call it as credit side. Alright, class. So try we apply this format in this question. October 2008, question 3. Right, this is the format. It's very important for you. If you remember this format, it's easy for you to substitute the information in this format. So first, as you can see, Bumi Trading closed its account on 30 June. Alright, class, the answer for this tutorial, alright, I try to put the format so easy for you. You can try to compare as your guidance. So first step, identify the accounting period. Alright, so you need to know your accounting period. Alright, for the first step. So step 1, okay, based on the question, Bumi Trading closed its account on 30th June. Alright, so this is your date of your accounting period, 30th June. Alright, 30th June is your CD. However, class, remember, one full accounting period is equal to 12 months. So class, probably you will start your account with account 1st July until 30th June next year. So your 1st July actually is your BD. So class, based on the question, as you can see, the following account balance was extracted from the book of Bumi Trading. Alright, class, question have give you the CD 30th June, correct? 30th June 2007 and 30th June of 2008. Alright, as you can see, class, accrued salary expenses at the end of the accounting period 30 June 2007 is 2,000. Rent revenue received in advance is 6,200. However, at the end of the accounting period 30th June, alright, 2008, accrued salary expenses is 2,400. Rent revenue received in advance is 5,400. Alright, now you need to see which the question asks we to do the income statement for the year ending 30th June 2008. Alright, so required for the year ending 30th June 2008, prepare the following account. So now Now you can know your date of your balance CD, correct? So it is 30th June 2008. So it's very important, class. I will explain you later. You need to know your accounting period first. What the question required you to do. So the question asks you to do accounting that year ending 30th June 2008. Automatically, class, as you said, you must 12 month, alright? 1st July 2007. Why, class? Because as you can see, 1st July 2007 until 30th June 2008. Is it 12 months? Yes, class. It is 12 months in a year. So remember, class, one accounting period equals to 12 months. Alright, so now you got your accounting period information. Alright, it's very important. Okay, next, your step 2. After you identify your the accounting period, next step is, alright, we try. I want to show you this format. Alright, step 2, class. Step 2, you can construct. Alright, okay. As I told you, question asks you to open salary expenses account. Correct? So first you construct you try to extract the information first from the question based on account. Alright, first we start with salary expenses. Alright, class, it's very important for you. You need to remember this format. It's easy. First, for salary expenses, first that you need to know is your BD. Correct? BD. When is your BD? As stated in step 1. Alright, as stated in your step 1, your BD is 1st July 2007. So what is the amount of your BD? As I told you, class, remember, you need to have 4 information. In this case, the first information that you need to know is your BD. Alright, next, class, you need to know your bank or cash. Next, you need to know your transfer to TPL, okay, also known as income statement. Lastly, you need to record your CD. When is your CD? Based on your step 1, then you can know it is 30th June 2008. Correct? So, class. So, BD is from step 1 to, I repeat, from step 1, 1st July 2007. Why, class? Because based on the accounting period, it shows that it is 12 months from 1st July 2007 to 30th June 2008. When you have, alright, when you need to access all this information, I repeat, you need your BD, you need payment or receive at the particular accounting period. Last, you need to record the amount that you transfer to your income statement and the amount of your CD. Alright, now we can try to start to extract the information, alright, based on the step 2. So first, your BD, the amount of your salary expenses, your BD, 1st July. Alright, based on the question, class, 30th June 2007 is your correct. This is your CD for 2007. However, tomorrow, alright, one day after 30th June 2007 is your, yes, this is your carried down. Means that your brought down will take from your carried down 30th June 2007. So 30th June 2007 is your carried down. Alright, when 1st July 2007 is your brought down. When BD, so you can take the amount 2000. That is your BD. But class, first you need to know, is it accrued or prepaid? Based on the question, your carried down is accrued salary expenses, correct? So when accrued salary expenses, you must note it. Extract the information. Accrued salary expenses. So all this you can get from where, class? From the question. Next information, as you can see, bank, correct? Any information, class? Oh, you see there, class? Show the cash paid and cash received. Means that this is the question that you need to know. Alright, next is your transfer to TPL, also known as income statement. Alright, class. Transfer to income statement. As you can see, class, the income statement for the year ending 30th June include the following revenue and expenses. See, the question have give you the information. Alright, so salary expenses and then revenue. So now we are doing a salary expenses account first. So what is the amount of transfer to income statement for salary expenses? It is 30,000. Alright, next class is your CD. Don't forget, CD actually, how do you want to know the date of your CD? Based on your step 1. Based on step 1, where we can get the information? Yes, 30th June 2008. That is the question. The question required you to do the ending 30th June 2008. So the CD, class, now we can see where information that show 30th June. Do you see this, class? 30th June 2008. Alright, now you get the information. So this is your CD amount. Alright, accrued salary expenses done. We have done your, this is your BD, CD for 30th 2007. Then this is your CD for 30th June 2008. Now you are doing salary expenses, correct? Alright, so you have to see salary expenses only. Accrued salary expenses 2,400. Alright, class, can I know based on the question, in the situation of what? Accrued or prepaid? Yes, 30th June CD 2,400. It is accrued salary expenses. Accrued salary expenses. Alright, class. You see, got your BD, you got your bank transfer to PL and CD. So first is your BD, bank and cash, that the question asks you to find. Transfer to income statement and your CD. Actually, class, when you transfer a T account, question will give you, alright, it's compulsory you need to get all these 4 information. However, alright, most of the question will give you 3 information only. Then you need to find another information on the particular item that I asked you all to do. Alright, so some questions sometimes give you BD, bank, and transfer. So you need to find your CD. Certain question will give you BD, bank or cash, and your CD. Then you need to find your TPL. So, but in this question, it gives you BD, it gives you the amount to transfer to income statement, and your CD amount. So you need to find your bank and cash. You can find your bank and cash when you construct the format that I've showed you just now. So that is salary expenses. Alright, so class, next is what class? Just now is salary expenses. Now it is your revenue. But my advice class, you can try to do the account immediately. After you can extract the information, you can do the account, or you can complete the information first, then you can do the T account. My advice, you try to extract the information first, then you answer the question. So step 2, number 2 is your revenue. Class, this is for revenue account. Alright, it's the same class. You need what? You need your BD. You need your BD. Alright, based on the question, BD is same date, correct? Based on your step 1, BD is 1st July. Alright, but just now you see salary expenses. Now you have to see your rent revenue. Rent revenue. Alright, class, 30th June 2007 is your CD for 2007. However, question only required you to open an account that year ending 30th June 2008. So you need to find your 1st July 2007 information. Yes, question have give you 30th June 2007 is carried down. Carried down means that the amount will bring to the next accounting period. Alright, so means that class, your rent revenue is 6,200 from 30th June 2007. Will carry it down to 2008. As brought down, amount is 6,200. From where class? From information given by the question. So, can I know what situation of this rent revenue? It's very important. Why class? As you can see in the format. Alright. As you can see in the format. Alright. I try to... This format is very important for you. As you can see in the format, you need to know the BD is in what situation, either prepaid or accrued. Because when you want to construct the T account, probably your BD can be debit or credit. So extract all the information. Alright, so easy for you when you want to substitute to the T account. Alright, so in the situation of, yes, class, receive in advance based on my lecture. Alright, receive in advance also considered as what class? Yes, when receive in advance mean that in the situation of prepaid rent revenue. Class, I repeat, receive in advance is a term for what? Yes, is a term for prepaid revenue. Clear? Alright. Alright, that's your BD. Next item that you need to know is your bank or cash. However, the question give you? No, because that the question required you to calculate. Alright, next class, the item that you need to know. Transfer to income statement, also called as TPL, trading profit and loss account. Alright, can I know the amount? Question have give you. When you want to see transfer to income statement, question will give you the income statement for the year ended 30th June. You see, income statement, yes, it is income statement, revenue and expenses. So when question give you, you only substitute in the information step 2. So run revenue is 48,300. 48,300. So lastly class, remember you need 4 information, correct? You need 4 information. Last is your CD. Can I know where to see your CD? Correct. The date, the particular date is 30th June 2008. It's the same date. So class, 30th June, step 1, 30th June 2008. Can I know its amount? Yes, you see, 30th June is your CD. So the question has give you the information, run revenue in the situation of 5,000. In the situation of what class? The amount is 5,400, but you need to know your situation. Why class? As you can see in this format, CD can be debit or credit. That's why you need to know the situation. If the situation is prepaid, you have to put in the debit side. If the situation is accrued, you need to put in your debit side. But in the question as stated, it is class. In the question as stated, it is correct. Prepaid. Prepaid rent revenue. Okay, now we have all the information. Correct class? We have all the information. Salary and revenue. Now we can open the T account. Step 3. Open account. Alright, so we need to open first is your salary expenses account. Okay, alright, I try to copy the information for salary expenses first. You put it in your step 3. Try to do step 3. Open your account because we have all the information. Alright, class. Now we try to open an account. Can I know what type of account is this? This is considered as nominal account. Yes. What I mean, is it revenue or expenses? It is expenses account. Okay. Now put the type. Put the account name. We call that salary expenses account. Alright. This is the name. Okay, class. Salary expenses account. Okay. Okay, now I want to try to apply the format. Alright. I want to try to apply the format. How class? Alright, never mind. We try to put the format here, so easy for you to see and try to apply this format in the question. Alright, you go to your step 3 again. Okay, now you got all the information. BD, bank cash, transfer to income statement, and your CD. So first settle your BD first. Where to put your BD? Is it debit side or credit side? As I told you, you need to know the situation. Is it accrued or prepaid? At the beginning of the accounting period, 1st July 2007, it takes from your CD, 30th June 2007. Now BBD, accrued salary expenses. Now you are doing expenses account, correct? Expenses account. When expenses account, you can see the format here, class. You can see the expenses account. Now, class, BD and BD, either debit or credit. As you can see here, class, this situation is accrued. Correct? Is it accrued? Yes, it's accrued. So automatically, class, you put at the credit side. Okay? Substitute only, class, no problem. Accrued salary expenses BD. Can I know what is the amount of accrued salary expenses? No need to see in the question, because we have extract all the information in your step 2. Correct? So accrued salary expenses. All this information you can get from your step 2. It is 2,000. Clear? Alright. Class, that is your BD. Done. Now, bank and cash. Do you know where's bank and cash? That is the problem. Alright. Never mind. You settle what the item. You settle item that have an amount we given. Alright. So now bank and cash, question mark. You don't know. Now you try to do transfer to income statement. Can I know where to put transfer to income statement, or we consider it as TPL based on this format? Oh, class, as you can see now, where is your TPL now? It is on the credit side. So remember, for expenses account, class, where to put it based on this format? Always in credit side. So your transfer to TPL, or you consider as income statement, I accept. How much? Okay, can I know the amount? Yes, it is. Based on the information given, you have extract the information in your step 2, correct? Your step 2, all the information that you extract. Okay, salary expenses. Alright, it is 30,000. Okay, done. We have done, class. Now, done. Next, transfer to income statement. Done. You have to record the credit side. Lastly, your CD, class. Where to put your CD? Is it debit or credit? Now you're doing expenses account. I repeat, this is expenses account. So, oh, CD either debit or credit. Yes, that's why. You must extract the information. You must know the scenario. You must know the situation of what? Is it accrued or prepaid? Okay, in this case, your CD is accrued. So, in this format, where is accrued? Debit side. So, you need to record it as debit side. Accrued salary expenses. Can I know the amount? Based on your information in step 2, it is 2,400. Alright, next class. Remember, all this settle. You remember, bank and cash, you still need to find your bank and cash, because complete account, you need to have your BD, and cash, TPL, and your CD for this question. Alright, class, as you can see, now which side is more bigger? Oh, okay, on your credit side, the total amount is only 2,400. In your debit side, the total amount is 32,000. So class, you need to choose which amount bigger. So if it is 32,000, put it as 32,000 for both sides. Alright, okay, why class I choose 32,000? Because credit side is more bigger than debit side. Alright, so the amount that you need to total, you must put the amount that more bigger is 32,000. Alright, class, do you see on debit side, is it balanced? No, it is only 2,400. So what is the amount that we need to put here to make sure that when we add to 2,400, we get 32,000. Yes, class. When you want to add 2,400, you need to put your 29,600. Well, class, you know how I find out to 29,600? Alright, 32,000 how I get, class? 32,000 minus 2,400. As you can see here, class, you can check your answer. 29,600 plus with 2,400, do you get 32,000, class? Yes. Alright, so can I know what is the item that you need to put here? So that is your cash. That is what, class? That is your cash. So now you get your answer. This is cash paid or received? It is cash paid because it's an expenses. So we have answer first question, salary, expenses. Alright, class. This is cash paid, alright? Okay, so I repeat, class. Next we go to revenue. We got another account that you need to open if your revenue. Rent receive. Sorry. Rent revenue. Rent revenue. Alright, as I told you, class, information is very important. Where you get your information, it can come from your step 2. You see your information, you know? Step 2, you got all your information. We try to copy this information to make it easy for you to understand the whole story for rent revenue. Okay, this is information on what, class? Rent revenue. Alright, class. Do the same thing. You need to open an account. Alright, class. What you need to put on the line? Yes, correct, class. The account name, rent revenue account. Okay, then you put the line. Okay, this is the account. You need to know how to do it. Alright, first step, class. Can you help me, class? Alright, first try to put in all this information in your account. From where I get all this information, class? Step 2, correct? As you can see just now, you have calculate, you have extract the information. Extract information, step 2. Rent revenue. Okay, first start with your what class? Start with your BD. Can I know where's BD? Now you are doing what? Revenue account. So based on this format, you need to see what class? Yes, you must see revenue. Okay, where's your BD now? Is it on the credit side or on your debit side? Choose. Yes, class. Based on the information in the situation of what now? Prepaid rent revenue. So it's prepaid rent revenue, you must put it at credit side. Prepaid rent revenue. Why prepaid, class? Because based on the question, receive in advance. Can I know the amount? Yes. The amount have been, you have extract the amount, correct? The information. So you don't need to see the question. You only can see all your information that you have extract just now. Is 6,200. Done. Correct, class? Done. Next, bank and cash. Yes, you cannot find bank and cash now until you fulfill all the information in the T account. Then you can find your bank cash. Receive or paid, class? Cash receive, because now you are doing revenue account. Alright, next, okay. Transfer to income statement or TPL, class. So where we want to put the 48,300? Based on the revenue or expenses account? Yes, based on your revenue account. Based on your revenue account, class, is it debit side or credit side? It is debit side. You see TPL here now. So put it at the I allow you to do TPL only or transfer to TPL, either one. The important you know, where the important for me, which side that you put the TPL. If you put the TPL at the credit side, is wrong, because this revenue account, TPL always in debit side. So amount of TPL, class? Yes, 48,300. Okay, next, class. Done TPL. Now is your CD. Okay, based on information also is 5,400. Okay, as you can see here, class, CD can be debit, CD can be credit. So which one? Yes, very good, class. CD, you must see the situation first. It is prepaid rent revenue. If in the situation of prepaid rent revenue, or we also call as what, class? Receive in advance. Correct? So the question tell you is received in advance considered as prepaid, 5,400. So when the situation of prepaid, where's your CD, class? CD must put at the debit side because prepaid rent revenue. Prepaid rent revenue. The amount is, as you can see, it is 5,400. Class, is it easy when you extract the information? Yes, but you have to make sure you extract the information correctly. So when you extract the information correctly, and when you remember the whole format on the left side, alright, of the on the left side of this video, so you can see that if you remember the format, you extract the information correctly. Is it easy when you want to open expenses and revenue account? Yes, good class. Alright, next. So next step class, what class is it? Yes, we must see the total amount of debit side and the total amount of credit side. Okay, why we need to know the total amount of debit side and credit side? Because we want to know which side is more bigger. So, alright, 48,300 plus 5,500. Can I know the answer, class? Can you help me to calculate? 53,700. Alright, class, which side is more bigger? Because the debit side is 53,700 and your credit side is 6,200 only. So can I know how to make it balance? So we have to choose the bigger amount. So 53,700. So this is the amount. So class, as you can see in the total, credit side still not enough. 6,200 plus to get 53,700. So class, how to calculate? Yes. You must minus 53,700, try, minus with your 6,200. Can I know the total, class? Can you help me to calculate? 53,700 minus 6,200. You will get 47,500. So can I know what is the item that we need to put there? The amount that we need to try to balancing off. Yes, correct. It is your cash. Cash paid or cash received, class? It is cash received, because when you receive cash, when the situation in revenue, you always must credit on the credit side or on the right side. Clear? So this is the account. Class, as you can see, question asks you to what? Prepare the following account and show the cash paid and cash received. So when you see in your expenses, alright, when you open an account in expenses, okay, you can see now BD, TPL, cash paid, and this is your what? This is your CD. Now class, is it enough for all the 4 information in your T account? Yes. How about revenue? Yes, class, it is. Alright, we must put BD so to avoid confusion. Alright, class, as you can see now, you got your TPL, you got your CD, you get your BD, and you have your cash receive item. So, alright. So, is it important to remember this format, class? Expenses account and revenue account. When you remember this format, class, automatically, is it easy for you to substitute the information in the account? Yes. So, this is the calculation on this question, October 2008. So how many step, class? Step, I repeat. First, you must remember the whole format. Alright, you got expenses, you got revenue account. So remember which side to put the BD, bank and cash, TPL, and which side to put your CD for expenses and your revenue. Alright, then you can answer Step 1, identify your accounting period information. The date for your accounting period, 1 year. So in this question, it's for July 2007 until 30 June 2008. So second step, class, yes, extract information. For me, this step is very important for you because when you extract correctly the information, easy for you to substitute in the T account to answer this question. So what type of information I want? BD, amount of bank cash paid or received, based on, is it revenue or expenses, transfer to TPL, also known as income statement, and your CD. So class, you need to find this date and this date also. So easy for you to extract. So first, you need to extract the information based on account. So as in this question, you need to open salary and revenue, right? So classify it based on account. First, salary expenses. So you need all this for information. Rent revenue also, you need all this for information. Then you can construct the T account for this both account, salary and revenue, rent revenue. So when you put salary, put back the information, then you only substitute. So where to put this BD is based on your information. Is it accrued or prepaid? Next is your CD. Alright, question will give you either accrued or prepaid, and your TPL must always in credit side. For expenses, revenue, TPL always in debit side. However, BD and your CD is based on the situation. Is it prepaid or accrued? So this is the whole story of my tutorial discussion, October 2008, question 3. Alright, I got extra question for you. I want you to try first. Then I will meet you again in the next session tutorial to answer this, to discuss the answer with you all. So this is a question. Alright, try to do it. Alright. This question can give you the bank amount. Next, what is this class? 1st January 2008. Yes, this is the amount of your BD. How about profit and loss account? Correct, it is income statement amount. And this is the amount Puan Christina asked you to prepare the following year ended 31st December 2008. So we got around 5 accounts that you need to open in this tutorial question. Alright, class, give a try. I will show you the answer in my next tutorial session on this chapter, accrual and prepayment. So remember, before you want to construct the T account for this 4 account, rental, commission, salary, rental received, commission received, salary, rental paid, and electricity, this 5 account, remember, you need to remember the format. Alright, this format is very important, and you must know. When you know this format, when you know the 4 type of information in step 2, automatically when you extract the information, it's easy for you to construct this 5 account. Alright, that's all for today. So I try to do it first before we go to the next session. So this is the whole question. So alright, good luck. That's all for today, tutorial adjusting, accrual and